True to New York sports, it is time for Sports Talk with Lou DiMartino and Mr. Boogie Hollis. Boogie Hollis, how are you today, good sir?
I'm very, very happy today.
Are you very happy? Why exactly could a possible Knicks fan be happy today, Boogie? Can you tell me what the reason could be?
You see where I'm sitting, so I'm just saying. You see what time it is. You see what it says right there. Playoff time.
It is Knick playoff time, baby. It is the first time since 2013 that the New York Knicks are in the fucking playoffs. Boogie Hollis.
Julius Randle is in high school. And
Julius hit
R.J. Barrett, I think.
Yeah, I think they didn't even hit puberty yet. And maybe Julius Randle. He's 26. But regardless, the New York Knicks are in the playoffs. Now, listen, obviously we are a New York type of industry here, and we are very happy that the Brooklyn Nets made the playoffs too. But that was expected.
Yes, it was.
That was expected. So the fact that we're not as excited as the Brooklyn Nets being in the playoffs as New York Knicks should speak for itself. So Boogie Hollis, let's get it out of the way, Boog. Let's talk about these Brooklyn Nets. All right.
The big three are back together finally.
For now.
Finally.
Now here's the issue, Boogie Hollis. What's going on? The main thing that I've been saying this for weeks, Boog, is there going to be chemistry issues between all of these teams, between this team now that the big three is finally here? What is your opinion on that?
Honestly, this is my honest opinion. Them being together definitely would have helped them. There's no question about that. But let's think about it like this. They just played like a game or two together just now before the regular season was over, right? So now they get to sit back a whole week and watch the play-in, prepare for whoever they got to play for.
Either the Celtics or the Wizards.
In my opinion, I feel like they're better than any of those teams in the play-in. So with that being said, they can use that first round, so to speak, as their let me get my chemistry together type, test run, because they're clearly better than them. So I don't really see an issue. Especially you see how fluid they played the last two games that they played. So I mean, they're the favorites. I mean, to me, they're the favorites for a reason. So you tell me, Lou.
Listen, here's the thing.
Way. They still just say that? No way. KD said that they're the big 15 now. Oh, you got to show me where you said that.
You got to show me where you saw that.
Oh, you got to show me that.
I'm pretty sure that is a Knicks thing. You have got to copy us, man. Do not copy us. I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to hear
Nico
that.
and Jerome at? Yo, did KD really say that? Oh, you got to talk for your team.
So here's the thing with this Brooklyn Nets team, okay? I know that James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving are very, very tough. Just having them on the same team alone. But chemistry does go a long way. And they've only played now what's going to be is their 10th game together the entire year. Okay. Jerome says they said that. All right. I would love to see that. Please show me that. Please.
Show me.
So here's the thing.
Wow.
Like I said, I am not doubting that the Nets aren't going to go through the Washington Wizards or the Brooklyn Celtics, right? That's they're going to destroy one of those teams. All right. My thing is that the Nets then, when I think they easily get to the second round, is that they're going to have to play the 76ers, who are a very good team healthy. Okay. Very good team healthy. And in my opinion, after the New York Knicks beat the Atlanta Hawks, the New York Knicks might take the 76ers down and play the Brooklyn Nets in the Eastern Conference Championship. Okay. And last time I checked, who's playing the better basketball right now all around? Kevin Durant heading to playoffs. I think we're the big Kevin Durant. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
This is clear copyright infringement right here.
Right. Who do we talk to about this?
Yo, are you kidding me?
Do you want to know why people shit on Kevin Durant?
Are you kidding me? Thank you, Still, for this update, man. Thank you, Still. This is why I love the true New York sports fans, man. This is live breaking news here. 7 hours ago, he wrote that. I mean, he said that. Oh man.
Yeah, actually, Uncle Vin, we're actually going to show a Brooklyn Nets highlight later on that I think I know what you're talking about. It's an insane play, but we're gonna show that. But regardless, Brooklyn Nets
made the highlight of the week.
Listen, with all three of them though, with Kevin Durant, with Kyrie Irving, now especially with Blake Griffin, James Harden, this team is the team to be in the Eastern Conference. It is. Like I said, I've just been a little eerie on them because
I called it early, so I don't want to hear it.
No, you did. But you also called it before James Harden.
I did.
You also called it before Blake Griffin, so I'll give you credit on that. But with these additions,
it's even more.
It's even more, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, they're definitely the team to beat, and we'll see what happens. But they're gonna be the listen. Boston Celtics don't have Jaylen Brown. Tatum is not going to take this team on his back. He can't take this team on his back. He doesn't have anyone.
And Kemba Walker, he's fragile. So Kemba Walker is not gonna. I mean, he's gonna be a presence, but he's not really nothing. Westbrook and Beal combo have been very impressive, but they don't have enough firepower to handle the Nets either. So.
No, all they have is it's all them two. It's all them two. And if you shut down
Shamara, they got nice little role players here, but not enough for the Nets, man.
Not at all. No.
So I'm not really worried about the Nets right now.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them either.
Nets fans are worried about the Nets either, right? Am I right?
The only New York team that should be worried in the playoffs right now is the New York Knicks. And not because the Knicks don't have the capability of beating the Atlanta Hawks, but this is the first time the Knicks have been in the playoffs since 2013. This is also the first time that Mr. Trae Young has been in the playoffs with the Atlanta Hawks. So it's going to be a very interesting series. And I think that this is a series that the New York Knicks can win. A lot of people think the Hawks are going to destroy this Knicks team. The Hawks have no experience either.
So are we switching over to the Knicks right now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start talking about them, but I mean, what else is there to really say about the Nets? I mean, it's just
fourth place is secure, so we might as well go to the New York Knicks. That's what everybody was sitting here waiting for the show for. It was waiting for us to talk about the Knicks, right? I mean, there's nothing else to talk about, right? I mean,
Boogie,
we're talking. Boogie,
tell me your expectations of this team. Tell me everything that is going through your mind right now. Being a New York Knicks fan, the team, everything. Give it to me, Boog. Pause.
That shocked me what you just said.
I said pause. I said pause.
I know. I just said it shocked me. But listen, right now, I am enjoying this season as is, game by game. I can't even stress the importance of this. Like, I even enjoyed the last game, even though the Knicks tried to give it up against the Celtics with no starters. You know what I'm saying? They had a huge 20-point lead, and they decided to, hey, let's make this a ball game, fellas. You know, like that. I mean, that gets on my nerves because for some reason, they just can't play 4 quarters of basketball. But at the end of the day, it was a thrilling victory. We got the win, and that's how I'm taking every game. So I'm looking at Atlanta. Atlanta is darn near the same kind of team as us, except they don't play as good as defense as we do. But they do have the experience, like you said, of Lou Williams and stuff like that. Trae Young is erratic at times, but he can be a game changer. You know what I'm saying?
John Collins is good too.
That's what I was saying. John Collins, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely like their enforcer. Clint Capella is their rim protector. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of comparisons to the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So they got an amazing team. Oh, Danilo Gallinari. You can't forget about Danilo.
Right, that's right. Gallinari.
Ex-Knick. Right. He's gonna be back at the Garden for playoffs. So like I said, like they got a nice team, man. Like, and remember, like in season, people were actually thinking that they were going to be a pretty decent team. You know what I'm saying? Especially after they added Lou Williams to the squad. You know what I'm saying? So the surprise right now is the fact that the Knicks are the 4th seed with home court advantage. I think the Knicks are definitely going to win this series, but I'm trying. Like I said, I didn't want to make no harsh, crazy predictions and stuff like that. But since we're in the groove of it, the Knicks are going to defeat the Hawks. But if they lose to them, I won't be disappointed either because we clearly did better than anybody expected us to be right now. So,
right. I mean, listen, Boogie. the fact of the matter is that the New York Knicks have almost 3 times the amount of wins that you predicted.
Yeah, Bogdanovich is good. You're right.
Yeah, Bogdanovich is good. They got him from the Kings last year.
He stretches the offense out really well. You're right.
The good news about this Knicks team is that, like I was just saying, Boogie, you predicted them to win 18 games. They almost won 3 times the amount of those games.
I love that. I like being wrong.
I love the fact that you were that wrong. I love it, right? This Knicks team, first off, I thought once what's his name got hurt. He came in, got hurt, came back, got hurt again. Mitchell Robinson.
That was a tough loss, bro.
I really thought that was going to hurt us big time on the defensive side because Mitchell Robinson is a beast in the paint when it comes to block shots and rebounds. And Taj Gibson and Nerlens Noel have single-handedly made me forget about Mitchell Robinson. And I don't mean that. No, I'm going to tell you what.
Go too far.
Listen, when your team is winning and you're grabbing rebounds, the amount of rebounds that they've been grabbing, you forget that people are hurt because your team is actually winning. Mitchell Robinson was a huge part of that for us. And the fact that Nerlens Noel and Taj Gibson stepped up as big as they did, I love it. Thibodeau was the pickup of the year for the simple fact that Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson had played with him before, right? And then he comes here, he changes the whole dynamic of the team around. And, I mean, the Knicks went 41-31.
10 games over 500.
10 games over 500. They were under 2 games under 500 after the All-Star break.
And let me interject on that too. It's the fact that every time they had an injury, they had a next person step up into that role. So that only made the team have more depth because not for nothing, if somebody's in foul trouble or somebody's not having a good game, Thibodeau is going to trust to put the next guy in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because to start the season, remember Alec Burks was the starter on the team when the year first started. He was the starter until he caught that injury off that. Remember, he shot the 3 and landed on somebody's foot, and he was out with the ankle for forever.
He was out for the ankle injury, right?
And he was averaging 20 a game at the time as a starter. It was like, yo, where this Alex Burke guy coming from? Like, what's he doing? Right? Yeah. He disappeared. Right? So then what happened? Thibodeau started playing with the lineup. Then after a while, you forgot that he was even on the injured list. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So then, like you said, Mitchell Robinson. Now, mind you, Mitchell Robinson didn't get hurt yet when they added Taj Gibson as the third string center. Remember that. That was a key move right there by the brass. So I'm telling you, like the Knicks brass right now, they're really doing like an amazing job. Like picking up Derrick Rose. When they picked up Derrick Rose, knowing that we had Rivers sitting there, and Rivers had, a couple of good games here and there, but they felt like Rivers wasn't consistent enough. So they said, you know what? Let's pick up Derrick Rose for the cheap. We can get rid of Smith Jr., who we don't need. You know what I'm saying? So you not only did you clear a dead spot on the roster, you added a former MVP who everybody thought was washed up. And he's showing you that he's not. It's just the system that he's in. And
right? and I don't mean to cut you off. And the fact that he was on the team before, right?
Yeah,
that you would think that
Taj Gibson was on the team before.
Right. So you would think like, why would we get these guys back? They were on the team before. Like we know how they are as players with New York, and then they're a totally different player than they were when they were here. It's
exactly. Still, we had injuries all year long, and all we did was mix somebody else and have them step up. Emmanuel quickly, you know how Thibodeau is with young kids. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want to trust the young kids, but quickly, immediately won the heart of Thibodeau. So that says a lot for that young man automatically. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a lot of heart, man.
Automatically. I mean, he might not have showed veteran consistency yet, but you can clearly see the potential that the kid has, and he plays big minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but Thibodeau stashed Frank Ntilikina down in the lineup there. And you saw that when he needs an extra person, he'll call on Ntilikina to do a couple of minutes here and there. But why is your man Peyton still starting? Please tell me, Lou, why does you and Joe and Justin support this man so badly? Because you've been hiding lately.
I've been hiding. You want to know why I've been hiding?
You've been hiding.
Do you want to know why I've been hiding?
Tell me.
Because Alfred Payton sucks.
Well, it's about time you realize that.
He has not been playing great basketball lately. But you know what, though? The Knicks are winning. Let him start every fucking game and let him play 15 minutes.
And let him sit.
Call it a day.
And let him sit in the chair salty by himself when everybody else is cheering the team on. Have you seen that?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But who cares? They're winning. Let them win. Obviously, he doesn't seem like he's taking the role too well, but he's winning.
He's regressing, though. He's getting worse.
But what happens come playoff time, Boog? What happens come playoff time? All these guys that usually play a lot, They don't even step a foot into the game. So this is going to be crunch time. This is going to be that the best of the best are going to be playing in the playoffs. And I wouldn't be surprised if Elfrid Payton's numbers go lower, drop lower and lower. Like
they can't get no lower, bro. He scored 2 points in the last 3 or 4 games.
No, I meant minutes played. Minutes played, but he also played 15 minutes that game and did that. So imagine if he only played 5 to 10 minutes a game. You know what I mean? He's going to do less. But what I'm getting at is that Thibodeau knows what he's doing. He took a team that everyone anticipated to be under 500, not make the playoffs, not make the play-in.
Coach of the year, for sure.
The New York Knicks finished with a better record than the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, and now
chill.
And I know that
they had
LeBron
injuries.
and AD.
They had injuries. They had injuries. We didn't have injuries. Chill.
Right. But the New York Knicks don't have to worry about a play-in. Guess who does? LeBron James. LeBron James against the former, who I think could possibly be the MVP, Steph Curry.
You're going to get people mad out here, man. Chill,
man. Listen, all I know is that, the MVP this year is either Jokic or it's Steph Curry, right? Especially if Steph Curry
stepped up, man.
Huge scoring title, right? Already with the scoring title. He honestly, if the Golden State Warriors make it to this first round, he could possibly win MVP over Jokic.
Well, I don't think they vote playoff performance with the.
No. I know they don't, but I'm saying looking at the like even though it goes really based off of stats for the most part, just seeing that Steph Curry, which in my opinion, if Steph Curry was not playing as well as he did with the Golden State Warriors, this team wouldn't even been close to making to the playoffs.
But like how Steele said, with the Nuggets losing Murray, Jokic is the reason why Denver's where they're at.
Yeah, but Jokic was always a triple-double dude.
Yeah, but just think about it. He was always a triple-double dude because he always was have somebody to throw to, as in Murray. Murray demanded, you know what I'm saying, like attention on offense, but now he's gone and he's still doing what he's got to do. So he literally took the team on his back, just like Curry. So I mean, you can't doubt that too.
It's a hard argument to say which one could be MVP.
I'm just saying.
Jokic is probably the favorite.
But there's no argument about who the most improved player is.
Oh, no. Julius
Randle.
By far. Most improved Julius Randle.
No argument.
Top 5. Oh, by the way, Boogie Hollis, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this last year. You and I had a fight over Josh Allen being the top 5 MVP, and you said no. Did you ever see the MVP voting on that? He finished second, by the way. Anyways, Julius Randle, possible top 5 MVP candidate, right? Single-handedly takes the team on his back. Easily, in my opinion, comeback player of the year, right? Comeback player of the year. I'm sorry. Most improved player of the year.
He's definitely most improved player of the year, but he's in the conversation. Like, he has to be in the conversation. He's not an MVP. But
no. But you have to mention he's a Robert Horry. He's an honorable mention, right?
Whoa. Did you just compare Randall to Robert Horry?
No. I'm comparing Randall to Robert Horry if Robert Horry was telling the story. Because Robert Horry thinks he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, Rudy Tomjanovich said that.
No, but Robert Horry thinks it too. Robert Horry thinks it too, brother. No, stop it. So no, Randall is definitely in the talk.
Where did we go? What happened here?
I don't know. Randall is definitely the talk. And you know what? Rick Steele, he probably is a second team NBA all NBA. He's not first. You know, as a power forward. I don't. There's too many.
He's the first person in Knicks history to finish 20-10-5, I believe. So, like, he did a lot of things right this year for the Knicks, and they're gonna have to give this man some money. They're gonna have to pay him, and they're gonna have to pay the man. And
let's not forget, Kyrie Irving was the 9th player in history of NBA to go 40, 50, 90.
Right. That's a big deal too.
That's a big. So 40% the 3-pointer. 50% field goals, 90% at the free throw line,
and that's a guy who doesn't
play
basketball. He doesn't take basketball. It's not
100% serious.
Right. That's not 100% on his mind. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if he did take basketball 100% on his mind.
Right. So
I'm really happy he's a Net and not a Knick. By the way.
I am too. He's too much drama, bro. Too much drama.
You can have him, Jerome. You can have him.
He only played 54 games this year too, because of those 18 games. There was somebody's birthday or something, so he couldn't come. You know, or. He has some rally to go to, but no. Listen, like I said,
but let me ask you a question, Lou. Honestly, let me ask you a question. So, with the way this team is set up right now, right? we have a ton of role players that played out their mind this year.
Yeah.
Who do you keep and who do you let go? Because the reason why I say that is, right, let's think about this. You got Derrick Rose, he's 32. So
no, wait, real quick. You're not talking about rookies, right? Just people who are going to be off contract.
No. We're talking about the free agents. The free agents.
Okay, right.
The rookies are not going to be free agents, so you can't really count them.
No, I know that, but I was just saying in general. Like,
I'm talking about the free agents because they like I said, Derrick Rose, he's 32 years old. He's going to be a free agent. Is he going to be able to give you the same thing that he gave you this year? You know, right. Does he still have enough left in the tank? Alec Burks, is he a product of the system, or is he somebody that you can rely on? You know what I'm saying? Or is there somebody better that has the same talent as him? Is there somebody better that we can sign? You know what I'm saying? Like or improve on? Because not for nothing, now that we made 4th seed, you're not gonna be satisfied with 4th seed next year.
No, not at all.
So you're gonna want to improve. People are gonna want to arrive here. You know what I'm saying? The culture has changed. So a lot of these guys that we're hyping up, even down to Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson and stuff like that. Taj Gibson is 73 years old. So it's like a lot of these guys, you can't sign the same guys back. So who do you keep and who do you
So Boogie, if I'm the New York Knicks,
Frank is definitely gone.
Yeah, Frank. So this is Steele just took the two people I was going to say. Frank Ntilikina and Taj Gibson are probably the two people that are going to go. And the reason for that is, one, listen, Derrick Rose played tremendous for us this year, right? But he might not be the best in shape next year. Like, for all we know, Derrick Rose's knees are going to be gone. That's it, right? But he's obviously doing something right with our point guards, that our point guards have greatly improved since Derrick Rose has joined the team, right? So I think you give Derrick Rose another year. You offer him another year.
I think he wants to stay too.
Yeah, he seems like he's having a good time, right? And he's very motivated, especially with a team that nobody thought was going to do anything. So that's the best good feel moment, right?
And you see, Randall and RJ said they want to be
a Knick forever.
Knicks,
they want to be a Knick forever, right? So that's one thing.
Thank you, still Peyton.
Right.
See ya.
I think Elfrid Payton was going to go too. Do I want to see him gone? No, but I think he's going to be gone. But here's the thing too.
See him gone?
You get no because I like Elfrid Payton. I do. I can't say goodbye. I'm saying he's not playing great basketball, but I don't want to see the guy go. I like it. Stop it. My God. Anyways, listen.
To stay.
Listen. So you asked me a question. I think the Knicks, if you're the Knicks, you keep Nerlens Noel. I think he proved himself this year.
But how much of a contract do you give the man, though? See, that's the thing.
Well, but how much would Nerlens Noel get anywhere else? He's not going to get $10 million a year. He's going to get $5 million a year for 1 year. He's not going to get a lot. Well, you have him off the bench,
and he's always hurt.
That is true.
This is the most productive he's probably been in a very long time.
Right. So Nerlens Noel, I think you keep. I think you keep Derrick Rose. I think you get rid of Gibson. I think you get rid of Frank Ntilikina, and I think as much as I do like Elfrid Payton, I think you have to get rid of Elfrid Payton too to allow our point guards to. I think you keep Alec Burks
or we might add a point guard like they this is out there about Lonzo Ball, Dame Lillard,
right?
Like that, man. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like we're gonna be upgrading, bro. Like this is upgrade time. This is the time when we're gonna go into this off season and we're not gonna be like, tag. I really hope somebody. Nah, people are gonna want to sign here now. So
right,
it's gonna be exciting. Like this is an exciting time.
Just do us a favor.
Period.
James Dolan, do us a favor. Whatever you haven't been doing, just keep it up, because we don't want no part of you ruining this organization that you have been. Right?
We don't want him doing what he did to the Rangers.
Yeah, and you know what? If that's true, if John Wall wants out of Houston, I don't blame him.
Yeah, but I don't think John Wall.
I don't think. Yeah, to be honest, Steele, I don't know if I would want John Wall here, bro. He gets hurt way too much.
He gets hurt. He don't play defense, and he's like a little nuts. He's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he might not be conformative to the locker room.
There is a reason why the Washington Wizards signed a huge deal with John Wall, and then 2 years later got rid of John Wall.
You're crazy, Neil.
Right? Exactly. How many millions of Boogie? Yeah, when Boogie said that he was at the stadium right now and those were his seats, I didn't believe him, because Boogie gets floor seats. All right, Boogie doesn't sit up there. Boogie's sitting where that guy in the orange is, right by his head over there. That's where Boogie sits.
Oh man.
But no, listen. But NBA playoffs for the Knicks starts next week.
Yes.
I can't wait. Boogie, what are your predictions for this NBA play-in? So we have for the Eastern Conference, right? You have the Celtics versus the Wizards. The winner of that plays the Nets in the playoffs. And then you have the loser of that plays the winner of the Pacers and Hornets, right? So
I think the Wizards are going to win. I think the Wizards are going to win against the Celtics.
I kind of get that too, right?
Yeah, I think the Wizards are going to defeat them.
So that means the Wizards would be – I think the same thing. So I think the Wizards would be the 7th seed, and they would play the Nets. And that means who do you think would win in the Pacers versus Hornets game?
I have to say Pacers, man, because as good as LaMelo is, and actually Bridges, he's had an amazing season. Bridges can shoot.
A lot of highlights this year.
Like that dude he had a really good season this year. So I mean, they got a lot of great young talent. You got Scary Terry, you know what I'm saying, on the court and everything. But I just don't see that as a winning formula right now. The Pacers haven't had the same success as they've had. But they got they're loaded with talent still. They still got Karis LeVert. You still got Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? You still got Sabonis. Like you got a lot of talent on that Pacer team, and they do have a little experience in the playoffs. So
I think Pacers take it down. And then honestly, I think the same thing. And I think that Pacers would play the Celtics for the 8th seed. And I honestly think the Pacers beat them. I think without no Jaylen Brown, I think that's a tough. And remember, it's a 1-game thing. This is not a 3-game series. Exactly. This is 1 game. I think the Pacers take it down. I think the Pacers take the 8th seed and play the 76ers the first round. That's. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that, book, but I think the Celtics are done.
Yeah, I can't argue with you there.
Right, and then in the Western, we have the Lakers versus the Warriors.
I think the Lakers are going to win.
And then the Grizzlies versus the Spurs. Boogie.
Oh man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Boogie, I think the Warriors beat the Lakers the first round, Boogie.
Okay, I mean you might think that, but I think the Lakers are definitely.
I think the Warriors take down the fucking Lakers the first round.
I think everybody's going to be healthy by that time, so I think.
But then Grizzlies and Spurs. Listen, I like John Morant. That's a tough one. I like John Morant. I like the Grizzlies there.
But the Spurs, the Spurs got DeRozan and who else? Like
that's it.
Yeah, like
that's the problem. You got Rudy Gay. You got Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay's 78 years old.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what we got.
That's a tough one. That's a tough call right there, bro.
No, I honestly think, in my opinion, the Warriors take down the Lakers, the Grizzlies beat the Spurs, and then the Lakers
gonna win.
And then the Lakers take down the Grizzlies.
I think the Spurs are going to win just off because of Coach Pop. As we can all see that coaching does matter, as you can see what Thibodeau did with the Knicks. So I'm just gonna go with the Spurs just because of Coach Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
You know what I mean? That's what I think. I see other people are agreeing with you that Golden State's going to win, but I think the Lakers are definitely going to defeat Golden State.
I don't know. I just think, like I said, I think it's just a gut feeling, bro. And not that I don't want to see the Lakers do well. I love LeBron James. I love Anthony Davis.
Thanks for the share, James. Thanks for the share.
No, thank you for the share. I just want to do well. By the way, this broadcast brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel, 111th Street and Northern Boulevard. Go get your automotive stuff done at 106th Street Tire and Wheel.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
So since we're still talking hoops, right? What happened?
That was good. That was good advertising right there. That was good. That was good timing right there.
You did good. You did good.
I had to laugh at that. I'm sorry. That was funny.
Since we're talking hoops, we got 2 things to cover here, which is pretty interesting here.
Right.
Marv Albert, the former voice of the Knicks, the former voice of the NBA. The man has announced just about everything under the sun. He even got his kids announcing.
Yes.
The man is he's a Hall of Famer, and he is announcing his retirement.
Yes.
This year at the Eastern Conference Finals will be his last calls.
Right.
Ooh.
Listen, 60 years of the same voice on NBA basketball. Yeah. It's going to be so different without him, right? It's going to be so different without him.
And then you got Mike Breen, who just got inducted to the Hall of Fame,
Bang!
who is the voice of the Knicks. Bang! And the voice of the NBA. You see that thing there? Knicks, NBA,
look at that.
The way it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now let me ask you a question, and this is definitely a question to everybody that's watching right now. Marv Albert's yes, or Mike Green's bang? Which one does it for you guys? Like that's a good, interesting argument that we had going on behind the scenes. So like,
well, Boogie, why don't you play a couple of clips to give some people the idea to maybe they don't know exactly. We're gonna play some clips for you guys. We want your opinion on whether you like Marv or you like Breen better. Okay,
yeah, I want to see the votes out there.
All right, so tell us right now. All right, so we already got 2 votes for yes. All right, so let's keep it going though. Let's play it.
Gets back and George in the face of Bosch. Serving up a facial.
The quality might not be the best because it's from 2000.
This was better.
George got the step and stuffs one of them.
And stuffs it.
Yes.
LeBron James with that quick step. A sensational move by Paul George.
That's when Playoff P started.
Playoff P, all right.
Young LeBron. Accelerates! It's like the high octave of his voice.
No, I know it is. Accelerates!
Yeah, that gets his crowd going. Mo Williams will throw in.
Oh, this is a good one.
The ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! At the buzzer! As the Cavaliers have pulled it off to tie the series.
I mean,
what a miraculous shot by James. We're down to 7 seconds.
Iconic. It's another Hall of Famer. But to the possible Hall of Famer, Curry. Yes!
I don't know, Boogie. It's so hard to do. Right? Like,
that's filthy. And the foul serves up a facial.
It's 3-on-1. Watson gives it up.
Taj Gibson, the Knick.
That's what we need. We need that Taj Gibson next week. I mean, listen, it's just you get pumped up hearing him go, yes, accelerating, right? Like it's just.
My apologies, guys, for not playing the actual iconic call. What a spectacular move by Michael Jordan!
Right.
I had that queued up, but I just don't want to have the videos going too long. So I just need people who are the younger age to actually see the Marv Albert yes and the impact that he had in the NBA all over. You know.
Yeah, you know what,
Jerome. Like I said, I had it queued up, but I just didn't want to do it.
But you also, it's also too. I feel that the younger generation these days, like they're all watching these games together, and they're kind of like they don't appreciate the announcers, right? Like that's like this guy's been in the business for 60 years, right? 60 years. You got to respect these guys. You got to. Steele says, "Fuck MJ." All right, we're gonna listen to some
Mike Reed.
Mike Reed.
You have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang!
The double bang!
Shot from
Bang! Bang!
With 0.6 of a second remaining.
Hey, there's a little shimmy here.
Here's the dance.
I don't Boogie here. So Boogie, I don't know, man.
This is huge. This is huge.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game.
Bang!
Remaining.
I don't know, man. I know y'all voting Marv, but Mike Reed.
Nowitzki for the lead. Westbrook again high for the rebound. Gets knocked down. And they'll reset. Nowitzki again for the lead. Bang!
Bang! I don't know, Boog, man. Man, Boogie.
It's a tough one right here.
Walton could tip it. Bryant with the save. Oh, you gotta get a shot here. Final seconds.
Mamba.
Bryant for the win. Bang!
I remember that like it was yesterday. Look at Tim Thomas. Can't believe it.
Rose misses another.
Oh, no.
Smith has it. Knicks down 3. Should the Bulls foul?
The only shot Carmelo Anthony ever made for the Knicks and made it worth it.
Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied.
No, we're going to, though, Chris. We're going to. And another Nick.
Finds Rose.
D. Rose.
Fires away.
Bang!
The Bulls win at the buzzer.
See, all this is New York related here.
Yeah, Boogie, I don't know, Boogie. I really think I'm sorry to go against the crowd here, but I'm going to have to go with Breen, man. I love
Shh.
Lynn puts it up. Bang!
Linsanity with the three. The day Linsanity was born.
Amazing here at the Air Canada Center.
Yeah, Boogie, I'm going to have to go. Listen, I'm going to go against the crowd here, guys. I'm sorry. Bang is my number one there, man. It's so explosive, and I can't wait until New York Knicks basketball is playing in the playoffs, and I hear Julius Randle shoot a three, and Breen go, bang! Julius Randle takes the lead with 2 seconds to go. Like, I love it. And apparently Richard Steele just threw up in his mouth because he just saw Jeremy Lin to the three-pointer. But no, I mean, Boogie, what about you? Are you a Marv or are you a Breen guy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a huge Marv Albert fan growing up, but Mike Breen, to me, definitely is there. You know what I'm saying? And he hasn't even broadcasted the amount of time Marv has. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say what I'm saying is it's not the fact that is he greater than Marv. It's just that his call gets you more hype than Marv's did. Like, because I remember, like I said, I grew up with yes, and what a spectacular move, and all serves up a facial. You know, like I grew up with that. And look, like it's in memory. This is his quotes, not mine.
I'm
you know what I'm saying? But this is what was embedded into my memory. But when I'm watching Mike Breen, just watching these videos just now, when I watch Mike Breen, like you can tell, like he's like really engaged into the game, and that bang, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of relate more with that. I don't know what it is. I could be wrong. It's an opinion, but I think Mike Breen I like Mike Breen's his call better than Marv's. I don't know.
No, I don't know, man. I something about Breen just makes me go like I'm already pumped up, and then just hearing bang, it's like, oh, you're like, yeah, you just get.
Yo, Chris, what a spectacular move by Michael Jordan! Like, how many times did you hear that?
Right, crazy. No, but it's a good argument, and congratulations to Mr. Breen for making it to the Hall of Fame. He joins Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Mr. Kevin Garnett. So. Very excited. Yep.
And a couple of coaches in the college ranks.
Yep. So congratulations to you guys. And I don't know, man. Just Breen's good. I like Breen a lot.
Yeah.
I like Breen a lot. But Boogie, we didn't even get to the main thing. How far do you think the New York Knicks are going to go into the playoffs, by the way?
I think about the second round.
Do you think they're done at the second round?
Yeah, second round.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Well, since let's just keep this show going, man. You know, there's a lot of winning going on with the Knicks. But let's go to your town, the Bronx, the surging Yanks. Now, this is another team who has injuries, something that we already predicted, right? You had your man Stanton carrying the team, but the team was getting too heavy, so now he's hurt. Right?
Right. Well, that was anticipated that he was going to get hurt, right?
But look who stepped in very quietly, just dominating the league.
Aaron fucking Judge.
Was he 298, 12 home runs?
He has a tied home run league with home runs. He hit 4 home runs in 5 games. Listen, the last game that I went to, I was complaining about him because he struck out 7 times in a row. Since I started complaining about him, he's batting over 500. So I'm going to complain about Aaron Judge forever. All right, I'm just going to complain about him because obviously, obviously I motivate Aaron Judge, right? So Aaron Judge has not only been hitting, but like Chris just said, he's been hitting some monster home runs. Like he hit a 460-foot home run, which wasn't as. We're going to show a clip later of Robert Acuna Jr. that he hit one even further. But, yeah, he loves hitting off the Orioles, but the Yankees have also been playing some –
Everybody likes hitting off the Orioles.
Everyone – exactly, right. The Yankees have won 6 series in a row, okay? you can't really doubt this team now that they're finally getting in the groove of everything because they've won 6 series in a row.
Sox.
They're only a game and a half behind the Red Sox now, who have surprised me the most out of everyone in the AL East. Like we all knew as Yankee fans that this wasn't going to be forever, right? We were just disappointed that they started off really slow, right? But they slowly built up. They gained some momentum, and all it took was winning 2 series in a row. All it took was beating the freaking Orioles 1 series and sweeping the Tigers, and it built momentum up. And they've won every series the last 3 weeks. So I'm very proud of this Yankees team right now. And the pitching has been great. The hitting has been great. They've all been kind of picking each other up. And honestly, Luke Voigt coming back in the lineup was a huge help. Even though he hasn't really been doing much, has been a huge help for the Yankees as far as like heart goes and giving some people some rest. Gleyber Torres finally hit his first home run before he got put on the COVID list. Like, they've all been kind of doing it, right? And now that they don't pause. The only problem I see now with the Yankees is now that Stanton's hurt, you're going to have to put somebody in a DH spot, which means that Brett Gardner is going to be playing more, and so is Clint Frazier.
But now, let me ask you now that we're a little bit more into the season, who was supposed to be playing anyway? Should Gardner have been playing over Clint? Because Clint still hasn't gotten it together. So
no. So, but here at the beginning of the year, Clint Frazier had the spot over him, and then he went over 21.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right,
so.
right. But they're gonna share time. Listen, one's a righty, one's a lefty, and there's only 9 players in the lineup, right? So I think they're gonna both get some. They've been switching out. So when Clint Frazier stops batting 180, he might get a full-time position, but he's batting still under 200. So you can't have a guy like that in your starting lineup if he's batting under 200. Simple as that. But the team is still doing very well.
Will they continue to do very well with the way these injuries happen? Because I don't know if Hicks is arriving back.
No. I honestly, I think Hicks is. We might not see it, but you know what? Hicks wasn't really doing that much anyway.
Yeah, but see, this is my thing. Where's your depth, though? This is what we talked about at the beginning of the season. How come you guys didn't pick up depth? Because, like, these are the same guys. The guys getting hurt are the same guys you knew were going to get hurt. So this is not a shock. It's not a surprise. Like I said, the regular season, we figured that they was going to figure it out eventually. But how much are you going to be able to take? Because eventually this is going to catch up to you.
Well, you also got to remember they also took Miguel Andujar and they took him off of third because he was a horrible third baseman. And now he's been also playing the outfield for us. So right now you have Andujar, you have Brett Gardner, you have Aaron Judge, and you have Clint Frazier kind of playing those outfield roles right now, right? Which is fine. But the only problem is that Aaron Judge is also fragile, right? When's the next time? Every time I see Aaron Judge, I'm afraid that he's going to get hurt. And he comes. I have him on one of my fantasy teams. He goes day to day every other day. He goes day to day every other day.
You should be scared after every high five.
Right, exactly. Between stiffness, between COVID, between not feeling well. I don't know, man. I don't know. And real quick to go to Desmond saying about what are the Dodgers, how do we feel about the Dodgers signing Pujols? Honestly, man, Pujols isn't going to make or break any team anymore. He probably signing with the Dodgers as a let me try to win a championship one more time.
Yeah, but I think that if you surround him with talent and people already think he's washed up, a la Derrick Rose, a la Blake Griffin, you know what I'm saying? I think he could probably contribute to a Dodgers team who don't need him.
Right.
So
that's true.
As much as you think that that's a bad move, or people think that that's a bad move, or think that it's a null and void move, that adds depth to their team, something that the Yankees need, depth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the Yankees should have signed him, but I'm just saying that's the Dodgers are smart.
No. The Pujols is done. Pujols isn't doing it. Pujols is going to be your guy to.
Boogie, he's 41. Okay, so you're gonna tell me what's his stats? Pull up his stats. Because
his lifetime stats.
Here we go with the Boogie. He's 41. Pull up his stats.
You want his lifetime stats?
No. This year. Pull up his stats this year.
Give me 1 second. I will pull up his stats.
This is why I like audience participation here. Pull up his stats, bro.
So Albert Pujols in 2001 is currently batting 198.
He's batting 198. How many home runs?
5 home runs, 17 hit, 12 RBIs.
Okay, now pull up Mr. $345 million Lindor. How old is Lindor?
27.
He's 27 years old. Pull up his numbers, please.
Sure. Francisco Lindor.
Pull up his numbers, please. I'm pretty sure he's not 41.
Francisco Lindor is not 41 years old. Francisco has 3 home runs. He is batting currently 190 and has 8 RBIs.
And the Mets are in first place. So please do not tell me, Boogie, he's 41. Okay? Because the man is okay enough to help a Dodgers lineup that don't need him, like I said. So the Boogie, he's 41, means nothing. Because we got a Lindor who's 20-something years old batting worse than him.
Right.
So I got to say, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
I'm reaching. It's facts. That's
no, I don't think
facts.
he's not
That's
really.
Facts.
Listen, you're giving a 41-year-old shit, but he
He's
has
not
better.
getting paid no
But he has.
money. The
he's
dude's
getting-
for the cheap, and you gonna say Boogie's 41? Are you serious?
Yeah, he's 41, but he's still out hitting people who are in their 20s. So he has more home runs than Francisco Lindor. He has more RBIs.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Lindor is 0 for 2 with another strikeout. Now, this is not a let me dump on Lindor party. That's not what I'm doing. But I just had to make a comparison to somebody who's harping on someone's age. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Right, I agree. No, I agree. But anyways, to get back to the Yankees,
Yes.
if they keep playing the way they've been playing, they'll I think eventually be back in first. What's really been saving the Boston Red Sox, it seems, is their pitching. They have not been giving up a lot of runs. If you look at their run differential, they're at like they're up plus 63 or plus 73. That means
You didn't expect this from them.
No, not at all. Not at all. So they've been playing great. They've been playing absolutely great.
The Rays are not even playing as good as them.
No, but I mean,
and they
listen,
got pitching.
that whole division, though. I mean, even the Orioles, they're 7 games under 500. They're still only like 8 games out of first, technically. You know what I mean? Like, so it's still technically anybody's division, I guess you could say.
Right,
but no, but I'm very happy to see the Yankees. But listen, it's talking about the other side.
Yeah.
Boogie.
Now, talk
What's
about
happening?
your division. Talk about your division. The Rays put the smackdown on my Mets, bro.
The Rays apparently just like to beat the shit out of all New York teams. Besides the Yankees winning their first, I was just going to say we won our first series against the Rays since 2018.
Well,
So-
they smacked us up. They gave us a whooping this time. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not going to blame injuries because the guys that's filled in for our injured people, they actually been playing well. VR and Pilar and all these dudes, like they've been playing very well. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, we won 7 in a row. We've been in first place. We're still in first place. But that performance against the Rays, it was a little shaky because it was a little bit of hitting, but it wasn't 100% hitting. Our bullpen decided not to show up one of those games. Our starting pitching got roughed up a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? Your man Lucchesi's definitely showing that he shouldn't stay in the majors. So I'm
Why
just
is he
saying,
my
like,
man all of a sudden?
because you was really, really bigging him up over Peterson, and I told you Peterson was a better pitcher than him. So I digress. But
I didn't disagree with you.
yes, you did. You thought Lucchesi.
I
should've
didn't
got that
disagree
5th
with
spot.
you. I
said
just said
Lucchesi
I
was
know-
supposed to get the 5th spot over Peterson.
I said I liked Lucchesi because he had more experience than Peterson, but obviously Peterson's a better pitcher. I was just saying in general.
Somebody clip that part of the show.
Go
back
go
there,
find
man.
it. Go find it.
Sky, man.
Go
But
find
anyway, like I said, we had a nice little 7-game win streak. It catapulted us to first place. Then the Rays put us back in our place. So now they're playing Atlanta Braves currently right now. They're trying to get better, trying to get that get right now. I mean, we got Conforto hurt. We got J.D. Davis hurt. We got Brandon Nimmo hurt. We got Jeff McNeil hurt. We got the backup center fielder. He got hurt smashing his face against the wall. DeGrom's hurt. But there is some good news, though. Syndergaard and Lugo, I believe, they Tuesday and Wednesday, they're going to have their start in their rehab assignment. So possibly before this month is over, they're both going to be available. So that's a plus. I know Carrasco, he had a setback, but I know he's got to be arriving sometime soon. So we're getting guys back. I saw the interview today. Conforto was complaining about the turf in Florida. You know what I'm saying, about his hamstring and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's any validity to that. But right now we're getting banged up right now. So we're just going to have to do something. You know what I mean? It's a long season. It's a long season. So like I said, we're barely holding on, but we here, man. Like, you're right, Chris. You can't.
And aren't you still guys? You guys are still in first, right?
Yes, like I said, we're barely hanging on. Yes,
right. So listen, and also, I mean, listen, it's never a good feeling too when your ace gets pulled out of a game, right? He got pulled out of a game in the beginning of last week, right? So now
we won that game. So he got pulled out that game, I think in the 5th or 6th inning, and he was pitching a no hitter.
Right, yeah, it's crazy.
He was pitching a no hitter hurt.
Right. No, listen, they're I think the Mets are going to be okay because you know why? The Braves pitching has been hurt all year, and they were the team that I was worried about with you guys. But obviously the Braves need some help because they don't know what the hell they're doing because their pitching has been absolutely horrendous. Like Ronald Acuna Jr. has one of the best stats in major leagues right now, right? Like if you look at him stats wise, fantasy great, right? But the team is 19.
Didn't he make like I think he's killing, right? Like didn't he like hit a big home run earlier?
Yeah, well, he hit his 21st leadoff home run the other day. Yeah. But he's a beast, right? He's an absolute beast. And we're going to show a highlight of him in a little bit of how far he hit this freaking ball the other day. But their hitting is not the problem. Their pitching is the problem. The Atlanta Braves have scored 100. Listen to this. The New York Mets are 18-16 right now, right? They've scored 119 runs. Okay, the New York Mets. Okay, they've played 6 games less than the Atlanta Braves. But the Atlanta Braves have 187 runs, right? So that means
tell you?
So that means that
nobody,
right. And the Braves are averaging 6 runs a game, but they're giving up 8 runs a game.
And surprisingly, Bobby, the bullpen has actually been playing well outside of that, against the Rays.
Right, and that's what's the problem with the Braves, and I think that's a big advantage for the Mets right now is that the Braves have not been playing well. The Philadelphia Phillies have been playing better than I thought. I really thought they're playing a little bit better than I thought.
They're still 50-50 themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but I expected the Philadelphia Phillies to kind of be like under 500 at the end of the year, like a little under 500, like that 75-85 kind of thing, 75-88 kind of thing. But the Braves keep doing what they're doing. The Mets are easily going to take this division.
I mean, look what like we got surprises though because we signed Walker off the whim. You know what I'm saying? And he was supposed to be bottom of the rotation type pitcher, but the dude is pitching really well. Like surprisingly, like he like I said, he's pitching tonight. He's pitching really good, man. We had some good surprises this year. Like I said, Peterson's been having a good season. Walker's been having a good season. Stroman was having a good season outside of his last 2 performances. He's starting to like unravel a little bit, but I think that's due to the way our defense is set up because he's very reliant on defense because he's a ground ball pitcher. You know what I'm saying? So once DeGrom gets back, who's having a phenomenal year, like I said, our starting pitching as well, and we still don't have 2 of the starting pitchers that's supposed to be starting.
Right.
So, like I said, I'm thinking about it in a positive outlook. The fact that we got so much injuries and we're still here because we could, like how Chris said, it's only 3 games difference between last and first. So we could just as easily have been in last by a lot. Because we haven't been hitting, but nobody in baseball has been really hitting like that outside of a few individuals. No team has really been killing it like that.
Right.
So
no, and listen, here's the thing: if DeGrom is out, Mets fans, you got something to worry about, bro. Because Peterson and Lucchesi and Stroman are going to be your 1, 2, and 3. That is not first place team pitching.
Lucchesi's not going to be our anything because he doesn't pitch at the beginning. He doesn't pitch at the beginning. They do the setup thing guy.
But he might be if you don't have DeGrom, Syndergaard, and Carrasco.
No, Syndergaard, like I said, Syndergaard and Lugo are arriving back shortly. So
all right, and then when Syndergaard gets hurt after 1 week,
we still got Lugo. Like I said,
I don't remember the last time Noah Syndergaard even pitched. I don't remember the last time he pitched.
Well, he's going to remind you when he gets back because he's already throwing over 90 miles per hour.
Oh, by the way, not to mention about the New York Mets.
Thank you, Bobby. Stroman, Walker, and Peterson are 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Walker. You're right. No, and Walker's been pitching well, so I can't say anything. You're right. Speaking about the New York Mets, Mr. Dark Knight himself came back to the stadium right last Tuesday. Standing ovation, though, from the fans.
He cried.
He
He said holding back tears.
Right, holding back tears. How do you feel? Did you expect the fans to cheer for him?
Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Just because I thought there would be a love-hate thing with Matt and Harvey.
You gotta understand, his beef was within the organization. He didn't hate the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a problem with how things was ran in the organization. He definitely deserved the kid. He literally put his career on the line in the playoffs, World Series.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what more can you ask for from a player from a fan perspective? You understand what I'm saying? Like, the dude was never the same after that. You know what I'm saying? He gave us dominant pitching. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he deserves the applause. He's done, but he definitely deserved a round of applause. Now, as a fun thing, right? We got this guy, right? That they brought up since we have all these injuries. The Mets got this guy, and the guy is kind of like a rabbit's foot good luck charm. Patrick Mazeika. This is the guy that hasn't had a hit but had 2 walk-offs without a hit. The guy is an RBI magnet, and guess what?
Game-winning
magnet. Finally got his first hit in Patrick Mazeika fashion.
They were training wheels. The 2-1, that's hit in the air, deep to right field.
That was a golf swing too, baby.
Warning track, it is gone, a home run. The first major league hit for Patrick Mazeika is a home run.
This guy,
as he tucked it
finally got his first hit and still getting RBIs, baby.
Line to the left of the pole. Patrick Mazeika goes.
He might be more productive than Lindor.
The Mets are on the board.
If I was a baseball player, that's exactly how I would look.
Yes.
With the sports goggles, the
and
beard,
the cranium,
and the bald head. That's exactly me. That's me. I am Patrick Mazeika's spirit animal. That is exactly me. No, but listen, it's nice seeing things like that because it also motivates the team a little bit too, right? When you see things like that, it motivates the team.
Yeah,
so to see, right, he does look like me, right? I didn't say I called him, right? He looks like me. So it's nice to see things like that. And listen,
you're right, Bobby.
He's had a couple of big hits for you guys to win you guys some baseball games. So, well, not really hits, sacrifices, but no, it's great to see. It's great to see, and especially with the amount of injuries that you guys have.
Yes,
it's nice to see that you guys are still building the momentum and still leading the division right now, right? So that's how it goes. But all right, Boogie. Moving on from the New York Mets, what's our next topic of discussion as we approach the final minutes of our show for tonight? Highlights of the week.
This is probably a lot of people's favorite part of the show.
Favorite? Yeah. By the way, what is that, Boogie? The sheesh. What is that? Is that a new millennial trend? A new Zen? You know what I'm talking about? All right. I'll shut up. I'll stop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll stop talking. But yeah, Boogie. Yeah. First things first. This New York Liberty team, bro.
How come they don't get no shine in New York? I don't know why. You know why? I know why. Because they don't win. But guess what? This year might be different because they got a nucleus of young girls that's here. They got this game winning from Sabrina. She actually was a really good rookie from last year. She hurt her ankle, and now she's arriving back, and she's showing everybody what she's made of.
Perimeter, because if they foul you either way, they're going to send you to the line. But Ionescu, Laney,
Ionescu.
Ball inbound to Kylie Shooks. 4 seconds
left.
The
pick and roll.
Curry!
3 for the win.
Curry!
Sabrina Ionescu at the buzzer.
Go get off the court before you guys attack.
How many chest bumps? 1, 2.
Left.
More chest bumps. 3.
Boom.
Give me some more.
Thank God they got Patty.
5. Push me. Give me a chest bump. 6.
Push me.
7. 8. Yeah.
That's our rookie right there too, Richards.
That's right. We got a lot of good young players.
Listen.
I'm liking this team right now. They're 2-0. They beat the Fever twice.
That is so sad.
And she's not even the leader scorer.
Listen, the New York Liberty keep looking the way they do. Their viewership is going to go from 10 people to 12.
And if their players keep on lighting up their Instagram like they've been doing, they're definitely going to have a lot of views.
We got a lot of viewers. Let me tell you, Chris is right, though. The New York Liberty have never won a WNBA title. But you know what?
Never.
The New York Liberty have sucked for years.
From Rebecca Lobo days,
Right.
from the beginning, like they've never been good, bro.
All New York basketball teams have been killing it.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had some decent teams, but just never good enough.
Right.
And it hurts my heart because I've definitely been watching the Liberty every year.
Now, listen. Here's the thing with WNBA basketball, right? The rumors,
bad, boy.
Going around, right, that Alex Rodriguez was buying the Minnesota Timberwolves as well as the Minnesota Sphinx for the WNBA. If this does happen, this is a good sign for the WNBA because now you're bringing in popular athletes, like I mentioned a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing in popular athletes to handle unpopular sports, could only benefit and bring more publicity to those sports, right? So now you have someone like Alex Rodriguez. Oh, the Lynx. Sorry, what did I say? Sphinx. Sorry, I meant the Minnesota Lynx, right? You bring someone like Alex Rodriguez to take over one of these teams. The market for it should go great, right? Especially if the women. And listen, I'm sorry to say, it's one of those things where sex sells, kind of thing, right? If the women are looking the way that they are before and after games,
what a sexist this guy is.
I'm just telling you, that's what sells, though. You think there's a reason why that these girls' Instagram photos get more likes and views than the actual games. Okay, there's a reason for that.
It's been blowing up the True New York Sports page. I tell you that much.
It has, right?
I started it.
There's been more talks about how the girls look than the games actually played because that's just how it is.
But if you watch the Liberty this year, this is definitely a different team. It's almost like the spirit of the Garden right now, man. Oh, we got some young girls that's out there hooping. I know it's only the second game in, and as I know it's against the same team, but they look like they hooping. So I can't wait to watch the next game. Listen, I'm just saying.
2-0 is 2-0. All right. So we'll take it. Yes, and now another highlight.
Let's show you, man. No. You want to see mine first?
So, like we were talking about earlier, Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr., right? Great baseball player. The other day hit his 21st home run, leadoff career-wise. I think he hit this ball in outer space, right? And it's a surprise that a fan actually got this ball. I'm going to play this for you guys real quick.
Was it the longest home run of the year?
No, it was not. The longest home run of the year was actually in April. 493 feet. This was estimated at about 470, but this happened the other day, which is why I want to show it to you guys. Hold on.
Gotcha.
All righty.
Full screen.
With the slider curve and change.
Swing. High tower.
Heard that pop?
Ball crushed to left by Acuna. If it's fair.
Right off the Hank Aaron.
Did it fall?
Lands in the Hank
It was like the Bobby Schmurda hat.
And there, now it fell.
His 21st career leadoff homer.
What? I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit. Look,
that far. Wait for the
this ball landed in the top end of the second upper deck. If that brick wall wasn't there, that ball was going another 30 feet.
Wow. Be the challenge today.
And that point, and that young lady gets the ball out of it.
Was that in Atlanta?
That was in Atlanta. Yeah, it was at the Hank Aaron thing. Yeah, so that was in Atlanta. But God, he has some. Chris, you're 100% right. What a swing Robert Acuna Jr. has, right? Like you can't teach that. You can't teach that swing. You just can't. And he's such a good. And that's why, like, I was happy for him last year when the Braves made it all the way to the NLCS because he was only in his second year. He's a 22-year-old kid. Like that ball would have, if there was no brick wall there, that ball was. And you know what the sick part about that home run was? That was only a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. If he had swung at that at 100 miles an hour, that ball would have went 50 feet further. That's the crazy part about that home run.
He did crush that one. I ain't gonna
crushed
lie.
it. Absolutely crushed
I've seen him do that against the Mets a couple of times, so I'm not surprised.
Right. He's a savage, absolute savage. And this
now for the third highlight, right?
I was gonna say,
did you know that the Harlem Globetrotters dressed up as the Brooklyn Nets? The Harlem Globetrotters, they dressed up as the Brooklyn Nets as we have the highlight of the week.
Highlight of the week.
Game clock. Dotson
Look at-
loses it.
look at Blake.
Walking the tightrope.
Whoop.
Oh,
Behind the back.
Blake Griffin.
Didn't even
Razzle dazzle.
off the glass.
Oh! Kevin Durant, the rack attack. And
How do you can't even plan something like that?
That wasn't planned.
No, what I'm saying is you can't even. That's
That was
Let's see-
ridiculous.
They're gonna show another view of this.
phenomenal.
They're gonna show the
This
2K
is the
view.
play
This is the
of
2K
the
view right
year
here.
In the regular season
Look
finale.
at the 2K view. Whoop.
Razzle dazzle flavor and bring in the spice.
oh,
That's a play right there.
oh my
That's a play.
god!
That's a play.
Behind the back to a pass
That's a
off
play.
the backboard
Brooklyn.
to the number to Kevin Durant's big 15.
Brooklyn Globetrotters have made the highlights. Baby.
Right, yeah, no, that's a great play all around, right? And obviously, like Kevin Durant, of course, tops it off with the dunk.
Hey, Iron Eagle will definitely probably progress to the Hall of Fame like Breen did. He doesn't exactly have like that call that's on their echelon, but he calls a really good game. Iron Eagle's definitely a good announcer. You're right,
Yeah.
Chris. Definitely, definitely.
But all right, Boogie. Anything else that you want to talk about before we end the show today?
Nah, man. Like you said, like my Knicks, baby, we back. B. Go get your shirts.
Oh yeah, plug.
Yo.
If you don't have a shirt yet, please get one of our New York Knicks' back. Be sure you can contact Boogie Hollis or
Especially for the
myself.
playoff run. You gotta get this, man.
You gotta get one of your shirts, or
Gotta
the New York Nets
get it.
7+11+13 NYC takeover shirts. Please make sure you check out our website at truetonewyorksports.com. Please like us on Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. But
And once again, our sponsor,
106th Street Tire and
Tires
Wheel,
and Wheels.
located on 111th Street and Northern Boulevard in Flushing, New York. Boogie Hollis, always a pleasure. Episode number 31 in the books. Boogie, this time next week, we're going to be talking about the Knicks playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks. Baby, I can't wait. Gonna kick some ass and take it to the EFC Championship. That's my prediction. The Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Championship. That's my prediction. Stop, Boogie. Can you just let me just do it, man? Come on, bro. Let me just have my fucking moment, man. Damn, we back. But the New York Knicks are back. I'm spitting all over the place because I'm so excited. Until next week, guys, we will talk to you guys. Thank you once again for tuning in. Please like and share us everywhere you go. And we will see you guys next week. Right, Boogie?
Next week, maybe without Lou.
I make this show. I'm fucking Lou. All right. I make this show. All right. We'll see you guys next week.